a tilapia could walk by me in 7-Eleven, and I'd be like, that's kind of weird. But I wouldn't know.
That's how you would handle it? If fish walks by you in a 7-Eleven, you'd be like, what's up?
Yeah.
We're not going to tell some loyal fans here on Outside the Virus. You're not going to break the news?
Yeah, sure. So I saw somebody comment on that. You're supposed to get a haircut, and you didn't, so we need to get the Flowbee and just...
No, you know, you said that, and then...
Flowbee could have been here by now.
No, you know what's funny?
Come on, you always get what you want.
That was the first thing when I saw Charlie on whatever day it was. He looks at me and he goes, What happened? The haircut place is open. Why haven't you done it yet? Hey, good to see you too. I mean,
He needs a Flowbee. We could all use a Flowbee.
Just go get a haircut.
Oh.
I'm going tomorrow. I don't want to leave in the middle of the day just to go get a haircut.
Kind of wish you would.
It's a long wait. No. I have an idea for today's show, by the way.
That's good, because we're starting.
Yeah, here's my idea. Start with the goods right out the gate, and then if people want to keep watching, they can.
What would you consider good? Do I have the goods?
You teased the heck out of me yesterday of having the goods today, right? Or did I just make that up? You got something super duper geeky. That way...
Is that the plane? Did you see the plane today?
Oh, that was at 10:30 this morning. No, I didn't even hear it.
I thought they were going to just do it for a couple hours, but...
No, 20 minutes.
I was driving to work and I see these people like looking up and they're standing on the road and I'm like, idiots, you know, and I keep driving.
Yeah.
There's more people standing and waving flags. I'm like, okay, there's a parade coming. Then there was more flags and more people standing and I'm like, okay, this is for me. You know, I'm driving through, so I'm waving at everybody.
They were flying over each of the hospitals in the area.
I saw the people taking a picture. I look back and see the plane. No offense, we see that plane every day.
Was it just one plane?
It's just one plane.
Was it the military big green
The
one?
KC-135. We see it all the time. What's the difference?
It's just a thank you.
I want the jets.
Well, yeah, the jets would have been sweet.
This is this big old slow
Yeah, we don't
lumbering
want that.
tanker.
We want the fast one with
Yeah.
the contrails or chemtrails, whatever they are, coming
Bring
out the
them
back.
out. Yeah. Let's
cool.
have a sonic boom already. Let's do it.
That'd be sweet.
We're talking about America.
America.
I would grab a flag and wave it around if you give me a
Yeah.
sonic boom. Come on.
Oh yeah. You come with the goods right away? I say you do it.
Okay, well, hey, welcome to Outside the Virus. We talk about good stuff here today. And what I'd like to share with you is a quick, the starting point of a study that we're experimenting with. Had a customer the other day basically just said, hypothetically, got a kid that's 2 years old, want to take as much risk as possible, just want the most aggressive return as possible. What do I buy? And so we went through it all. We ultimately built a custom portfolio for them, but it got me thinking, like, okay, well, should you buy the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Russell, you know, the gold, oil, what should you buy? And so we just kind of started putting this together for you guys, but on the screen, here's what you're gonna see. It's gonna scare you, sorry, it's a lot going on there. You can't even see me anymore, probably. What we did was look back the last 12 years, 2005, to see the performance of every single index, and then I threw in gold and oil as well. It's not a long look back at the moment because I was trying to just start putting this together. We'll make it a lot longer in the future and go further back. But up at the top, what you see is each year, you've got each index there, the performance. For example, top left corner, S&P, using the SPY, it added 4.83% in 2005, and we color coded it so you can see gold was the winner there, 18% in 2005, and then you just work your way year by year. In the middle section, what you see is what happens if you took all 6 of those symbols and you built an equal weight portfolio. How would that have performed relative to each individual index? So for example, 2005, equal weight index all the way on your far left there. The equal weight index performed at 6.1%, that's including everything. And then at the S&P added 4.83. So in that year would have beat the S&P if you did this holdings there. To be fair, it didn't have USO because there was no USO, but anyways. And then at the very bottom, what you see is each individual index ranked by placement, who won. So in 2005, gold won. 2006, gold won, and then you can see USO back to gold, and so on and so on. What I found interesting here is the S&P never won at all, actually. In the last, since 2000, this goes back 2005 on this one, S&P has never won. Not one time was it the best performing index. So that kind of makes me want to, like, you know, say, hey, you're picking an index, don't just always pick the S&P, at least with this data. It's a choice. Also, gold had a strong run, and then the NASDAQ 100 just basically took over after we hit 2012. And that's pretty much it. Russell 2000 was in there a little bit, but all in all, you could see the NASDAQ just pretty much killed it overall, and the S&P really didn't do anything. The Dow never did anything either, and USO is not only not doing anything, but it's darn near in last place for like the last 10 years.
You're telling me the S&P isn't in fact the strongest out of all those, at least going back the last, was it 15 years or so?
2005, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Are you surprised or disappointed, happy?
Wow. I have no reason to be happy or sad.
Elated?
Good word choice, but
Jovial.
wow. Way to read a book.
Destitute?
Okay, you're just putting words up. No, definitely surprised by gold and the S&P. Those two kind of.
Yeah, I thought gold was interesting. Like, why did gold? The gold had a good run there. What's interesting is when you look at the price of gold, when the S&P is weaker, that's usually gold's time to shine. You get it. I mean, we don't have to go through all that. But gold's starting to perk up, right? So, for example, this year or last year up 17%, almost 18%. This year, gold doing well also. So, is that maybe a sign to come for what's happening with the S&P? We'll see. Also, if you look in the middle, we'll go back to that slide real quick. If you look in the middle there, the equal weight portfolio, 2005 it beat the S&P, 2006, 2007, 2008 it lost less than the S&P, 2009 it beat, 2010 it beat, 2011 it beat, 2012 it did not beat, 2013 it did not, 14 did not, 15 did not, very close, 2016. And no for 17, no for 18, no for 19. So there you go. I mean, I'm not. To me, the focus wasn't the equal weight portfolio. It was just something I had fun with in the meantime. But it's not a suggestion, right? You wouldn't take these 6 ETFs and expect to outperform if you chose them. Just was something fun to kind of show the average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So take everything I got and put it in gold. What do you think about that?
No. And that's the fun thing. We're going to share another chart. Oh, I'm coming at you.
Man, you are coming. I love it.
Okay, you're here,
good.
right? You're
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
paying attention.
I'm awake.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take another chart and we're gonna go to we're gonna just look at it on a graph, because when you look at the data, you go, well, it's a no-brainer. I'll go NASDAQ, I'll mix in a little gold, it'll be a good thing. Here's what we wanna look at. So if you go back, max, we're gonna look, this will be a max chart here, but what I'm gonna put in the gray area, maybe we can highlight that, is the annualized returns of each one of these ETFs. So what you do when you look at a chart, now all of a sudden you go, dang, okay, the NASDAQ looks good, that green line there. However, look at the return for USO. Obviously, USO is not doing really well there. And then if you look at the annualized returns of gold, you're lagging 7.49% average returns there if you're looking out. So you don't want to invest for the long term. And in fact, I'll keep working on this. We're going to keep revisiting this. But the idea being to say, look, gold is a laggard. So gold's lagging behind here, especially over the last 10 years, which is kind of our same data point there. NASDAQ obviously did well. But if you look at a data point and the cells that I showed you, you think, oh my gosh, I need to be in gold, I need to be in NASDAQ. Careful, because as you look out long term and you start investing for the long term, your oil, at least as of now, and your gold is going to drag behind any index, right? So it's going to be dragging behind considerably, especially from a total return perspective. That's your chart.
Thank you. I see the chart.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You're not gonna throw anything else with that? I was doing a little bit of research here. It's just not. It's not going well on my phone. I think I'm gonna become laptop guy on Monday, because this just isn't going quick enough. I apologize.
kids these days with their phone.
I know. I thought I could do research quickly on here. It's just blowing up right in my face. So I apologize.
I'm going to put this in the folder for you to share, so we've got the
Perfect.
returns there.
Okay. Well, real quick, a small one. I was gonna talk about about Apple buying that virtual reality company. Not really as big of a story as I thought it was gonna be, so we'll just stay away from that. But you know, Apple moving into VR is kind of cool. It only took a second for a bigger company to get involved with virtual reality.
Do you think that's a thing?
Virtual reality?
Yeah.
What is a thing?
I mean, like, it's going to be like a thing, like, oh my god, I got to have that. Haven't we had the glasses for a while and all?
I think it only gets better from there.
I like the sunglasses or reading glasses that had the spectacles. I like those.
The Google ones were like legit, and I don't know what happened to those, but those were pretty cool.
I really like those because with what they had planned to do, like I look at you and we have an appointment later and all that.
Love
oh
it,
man,
That would be.
I would wear them.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I'm a big glasses guy, so I would absolutely I would absolutely do that. But
Doesn't need them. He wears them.
but I do wear them. But we won't talk about that. How about do you know Seth Klarman? Are you familiar with him?
No.
He's allegedly the next Warren Buffett. He's compared.
Oh, me
to,
too.
Are you?
Well, if we're just throwing out the next Warren Buffett, I mean,
Well, that's what everybody says. It's not just
Yeah.
me. I don't know if he's the next Warren Buffett or not, but he's a hedge fund manager for what is it called? The Baupost Group, something like that. And so he did a lot of reshuffling in Q1, and they kind of showed everything. His biggest investment right now is in eBay. That's his biggest holding
that's
right
how
now.
those guys make. I mean, look, like Bill Ackman took a shot on Avon.
Yeah.
Well, it's short. He bet on the company. He said it was a fraud. He would go all out and bad talk the stock. But when they hit one of those big, it's like all of a sudden, wow, how'd you know that? And it can't be like an Amazon. It's got to be something that's kind of floating around, floundering like an eBay maybe.
eBay is floundering, right? Because outside of this area and outside of the financial industry or whatever, I guess, you don't hear about eBay. You don't hear, oh, I just shopped on eBay. Oh, where'd you get it? eBay. Nobody says that. Like, it was a thing maybe 10 years ago, but I feel like it's not anymore. But the stock itself is doing pretty well. I mean,
There's the case of where you would say like, well, if I don't use it, then nobody uses it.
that's it. That's one of
the
those
case
things.
of it. I mean,
But I don't even hear of anybody using it. That's the thing.
I've never once thought like, I have something to sell. Let me go to eBay.
I've sold one thing on eBay. So
It was too hard. I mean, the last time I did it could have been 10 years ago, honestly. But boy, that Let Go, that's where it's at.
Let Go's super easy. You don't have to deal with. Yeah, it's super easy.
Oh, my wife was pissed one day because I put something up for sale. It was a bike, I think. I put it for free. They just come get the bike, and I got a message right away. I'm like, huh. So then I just started taking pictures of stuff
Yeah.
around the house. I'm like, $20, $20.
You might notice some things missing around here. I'm gonna give that a shot.
Yeah, okay. It's a good app. I mean, I can't complain.
Yeah.
eBay's done well, but I mean, especially his position's done well, given what's happened.
Yeah, I just don't understand it, but it is what it is.
I got a good one. We're going to revisit some data here, pulling from the archives. Remember old Elon Musk on May 1st, he said that he thought the Tesla stock was too high. That was May 1st. He tweeted it out. He just said his stock was too high. I pointed out, and I'm going to show you on the screen again, we pointed out on the Closing Beat that, which is the show that we do at 5 if you want to join us on
It is.
YouTube. Yeah. I pointed out that he does this. This is not normal or not abnormal, so I showed every other time that he mentioned he thought his stock price was too high, and I actually put the quote of every time that he said that. Well, anyways, on May 1st, he said his stock price was too high, his stock fell 10%. I thought we would say, we would revisit how the stock has done since then, and month to date, the stock is up 13.5%. So if he wanted his stock to go lower, it's backfired, at least as of when he tweeted. This will now be the third time over a month period, or it's on track to be the third time over a month period where he says his stock price is too high and it continues higher. It will only be two off to the far left there, 2013 and 14, where the stock price actually did go lower 1 month later. How's that for data? And
That's-
those arrows, by the way,
Yeah.
that is exact to the date.
Is it? That's
not
one of my favorite charts.
Yeah, it's not a guesstimate. That
Yeah.
arrow is exact to the date when he tweeted that. So
I feel like Musk has been a busy guy lately. He's been out there doing his thing, being very vocal, very
Yep.
interesting.
I mean, I want to cheer him on.
I feel like he's got something big coming. I feel like he doesn't get this vocal unless he's got something big coming, and maybe he already does. I don't know, but yeah, I like the guy.
I think he just wants to get back to work.
They are back to work. What more do you want?
He got his way, yeah. But it's like, put the mask on, get back to work.
That's it. They already did it.
By the way, Universal City Walk, if you want to go, you have to wear a mask everywhere, outside or inside. You're going to just walk down the street, got to wear a mask. Agree or disagree?
It's fine.
You wear a mask?
Oh, I'm not gonna go. Why would I go?
I wouldn't go because and same with Disney when they reopen.
How do you eat?
Yeah, but so I'm not against wearing the mask. I'm against at those places. I know they have to reopen. My thought is it kind of takes away from the experience.
Yeah.
If I'm walking around Disney and they're like, sir, mask, you're taking away from. You're not letting me immerse myself in the beauty and theme of Disney. So I wouldn't go just because of that.
Yeah.
To be honest, and I really want to go back.
I wore a mask for the first time this week.
Did you?
When I went to the mechanic, when I walked in, place didn't have any AC, and they were like, you have to wear a mask. And so they gave me a mask, and I put it on. I couldn't breathe. It was so hot in the thing, you can't breathe in it. I just stepped outside and took it off. I said, I can't wear it. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm sweating, I can't breathe. I'll just step outside. Yeah, first time wearing a mask, though. I look good in that, too. Glasses and a mask?
No.
I'll tell you what.
Boy, you put a mask on. Did I tell you that somebody stopped me in the grocery store the other day? I did tell you that, I think. I was in the grocery store and I'm looking for, so our store here is backwards from the one that I'm used to shopping at. I'm walking back and forth, pacing and pacing. And this guy walks up to me and a woman passed in front of us. Everybody's wearing masks. Guy walks up to me and he was like, a little sexier in masks, huh?
Oh, jeez.
I was like, and I'm just trying to find, like, I think I was looking for cookies. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And he was wearing a mask. I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny.
Depends what the mask looks like. You know, if it's the blue one,
No,
you don't
I
want
didn't
that
even
one.
look at the lady. I didn't even know what was going on. I was trying, because in Publix here, you got to follow the arrows. So I was like panicking, like, am I
It's
going
always-
downstream?
It's always the wrong way.
Yeah.
I don't know how they make it better, but it's always the wrong way.
Oh,
So can't enter here.
now
Like
it's
that.
like, yeah, you got to take 8 down over to the front again. Then you got to loop around, take 16 back up, and come down the back aisle.
There's a red X there, but the Mountain Dew I need's right there. Do I have to walk all the way around, or can I
Oh,
just
no.
step in and grab it?
I'm the rebel.
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah.
You gotta go in and grab it.
I'm the guy. I'll even say like, I'm sorry I didn't see the arrow, and I'm still grabbing it. And
Yeah.
just walking away nicely. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, that's I can't do Disney with the mask thing going on. I can't do it. I need to be in the when I go to Disney. I mean, I'm in the cartoon.
Yeah.
I'm living the life, and I just think that takes away from it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, makes
Sadly.
sense. Makes sense.
But-
My last one, we can keep it quick. Maybe we could, feed off each other a little bit here on this one. We posted this stat on Twitter this morning. I
A
spent
lot of stats on Twitter.
Twitter's loaded
I gotta
with
tell you.
stats. A lot of stats.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with as much as this guy and everybody's posting on Twitter.
There's a lot of stats.
I'm just cranking stuff out, but
If you can't handle all the stats, Instagram is where it's at. If you want more stats, you want to be immersed in the stats, you go to Twitter. That's just the way it works.
okay. Are
But
you asking them to come over to Twitter and take a look?
Yeah, why not?
Take a look.
Just take a
look.
peek.
You know, if you
Just
like
take a
it,
peek.
you follow. If you don't, you go to Instagram. We have dogs on Instagram.
Big dog weekend. And that's a heads up. But anyway, we posted a stat this morning talking about how, we talked about it on Outside the Virus too, where grocery prices have gone up for 4.5%. So I was trying to figure out ways to kind of save money, either eating or at the grocery store. I had like one or two just kind of thoughts. First one was Aldi.
I got one for you. No, go ahead. I mean,
Well, I'm just thinking Aldi's super cheap.
so this is you're helping people save money at the grocery store.
Yeah, that was kind of the
I
idea
got it.
behind that one.
I'm
So we
on.
got Aldi's dumb cheap, and there's places
They really
like
are.
it. I mean, they are really really cheap.
Do
But
you
then,
buy Aldi meat?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I do. I don't love it, but they got a bacon wrap steak there. It's so good.
Oh, you buy the meat. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But I usually get ground chicken. They don't have ground chicken there, so I got to go to Publix for that one. Anyway, but anyway, Aldi being super cheap, or buying private label, or like Publix brand or Walmart brand or whatever, it's the same stuff. I mean,
I'll never forget when my wife figured that out. I said, just buy, we were buying Coke or something, and I said, just get the Publix brand. And she's like, no, I don't like the Publix brand. And I go, let's talk about this. Like, where do you think Publix gets the Coke from? And she's like, they make it. I'm like, no. And I'm like, look, if Coca-Cola themselves, the largest manufacturer of soda on the planet, can't make any other product like toilet paper, what makes you think Publix is able to make Coke and toilet paper and health bars and their own paper towels and stuff? I'm like, they just go to these companies and it's white labeled. They just put their own stuff on it. Buy the cheap stuff. Come on.
The only one that's not the same, there's only one Publix product that's not the same, and I don't know if Walmart has their own brand of it, but Honey Bunches of Oats, Publix brand cereal.
No cereal. You can't do the off-brand
It's not the
cereal.
same.
I don't know what they do to trick those people, but I've tried to do Publix brand. I don't do cereal anymore, but I tried to do Publix brand cereal. It's definitely not the same. I'll give you that.
No.
Everything else, no
Yeah.
problem with. Sodas are the same. I'm like, yeah, it tastes the same.
Yeah, I don't notice a difference with any of that stuff, but you got one. What did you
I got
have?
one. Quit buying chopped stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like
that's a
buying
good
chopped
one.
onions and things
That's
like
a good
that.
one.
Hey, you're gonna have to just chop your own onion. Go get
Yeah.
you one of those things you slam down on it with your palm and it goes chops it up.
$24 for one chopped apple, or you can just buy one for
Buy an
98
apple,
cents
chop
and
it
then
up.
just chop it.
Yeah.
And it tastes better, by the way. When you get it whole and you chop it yourself, maybe it's the hard work you put into it. It just tastes better.
When you could taste the sweat of you cutting that apple
yeah,
inside
maybe a
of
little
it.
bit of
Yeah,
blood
man.
mixed in with it. It's a
Yeah.
little bit better.
America.
And then the last thing, which I thought was interesting, was you can buy your fish and chicken or whatever, which is 5% more expensive than it was in March or whatever. But when you buy it frozen, like maybe Tyson's not the best example, but when you buy your frozen meats or you buy, different frozen fish or whatever, it's the same price. Actually, it hasn't changed at all over the last 6 months in price. Everything's kind of remained the same. So,
Frozen meats
like
and fish.
yeah, you ever do frozen fish? Tilapia? Meal prep or
No.
man stuff.
Yeah, but says the guy that would eat fast food 4 days a week. I'm fine dining, man. The thing from yesterday?
Just trying to help people save money,
Yeah, but there's a line.
That was 2
right?
days ago.
Like, there's a line. If you're willing to chop your own apple, you buy some fresh meat. Can you not?
Yeah, but if it's going up in price, like, why would you do that?
Tyson lowered their prices by 30%. You're going to see it come down into the retailers. They lowered their wholesale beef prices by 30%. That'll pass through to the retailers here soon. Kroger put up a big fit about that.
I'm just letting you know your argument right now is why would you buy your stuff frozen? It's getting cheaper, but don't buy it. That was just your argument right there.
No,
They're dropping their prices, right, Tyson?
no, I'm saying, okay, so buy the fresh stuff. Like frozen tilapia. What is a tilapia?
It's a fish. That's fine. You can buy frozen fish.
Do you know tilapia is like Florida's fish?
I don't think it's Florida's fish, but
It really is. I looked it up the other day. What's the most sought after fresh fish in Florida? It's tilapia. I thought that was like they grow that stuff in Asia or something.
yeah.
We have tilapia here.
Well, we have big tilapia farms up in Jacksonville and down in Miami.
So that's a big revenue source for us.
Wow.
I've never had a tilapia in my life.
Really?
A tilapia could walk by me in 7-Eleven and I'd be like, that's kind of weird. But I wouldn't know.
That's how you would handle it? If fish walks by you at a 7-Eleven, you'd be like, what's up?
Yeah, everybody else be like, yo, T.
Oh, wow.
And I'd just be like, all right, cool.
That was a tough one.
Look at me. I saw a tilapia. Grouper walks by me, we're throwing down.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to take that thing home with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're going to work. I'm gonna try to take him down. A dolphin walks by me or something, like a mahi.
When you get 20 minutes into this show, it gets a little off the wall.
We just pick a day and just go,
Yeah,
and just go for it.
that's what this is.
Hey, Mike, I told you my customers last night, they were picking on me. We do Wine and Wealth. It's a Thursday night class just for customers. It's back over there in the speakeasy.
Like a terrible weatherman. Come check it out over.
The temperatures go, oh, shoot. Anyways, they were saying you need to, play the YouTube game a little bit more. I don't know what the game is.
What's the title for this one?
Does anybody know the YouTube game? I mean, I'm open for suggestions, but... what do you say, margaritas? Wrap it up from here?
Let's do it.
By the way, Goldman Sachs got upgraded at BMO. 100% agree with their upgrade, by the way.
There you go. Nice.
And I'm not going to be one of those guys that now turns into, yeah, Goldman Sachs, got it on the shirt. Living
Yeah.
a life, being the guy. No.
Did you pay off your tease from yesterday? You teased something about Goldman. And
I
Jacks.
told customers about it. I got it.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. We're not going to tell some loyal fans here. On Outside the Virus, you're not going to break the news?
Yeah, sure. Anyways, the deal was that by the time we get to the end of the year,